Or they try to.
All right, welcome to this segment of the Pittsburgh Business Virgin. I'm your host, Brad Hilbert. I'm here today, as always, with my sidekick, the one and only Nick Cortazzo. And we're really pleased in this segment to have Dr. Shannon Vissman, Chairman and CEO of Universal Smart Comp out of Washington, PA. Universal Smart Comp is actually the leader in physical medicine and outcomes and management of work-related injuries. And it's pretty astonishing. And I got to be honest with you, I've been after Shannon for, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 months to do this interview, but he's a busy guy. And the reason why I wanted to have him in is when you look at Universal Smart Comp, a company that he actually started on a card table in his basement in 2000. Yeah. And he had it on a borrowed laptop from his father-in-law. Thank you to your father-in-law.
Yeah, and
right?
a printer that
you might
didn't
as well
work half the time.
Get a plug in now,
Exactly.
So it makes Thanksgiving easier. But the growth of the company has been unbelievable. In 2006, we were right around 12 million in revenue, 6 years in at 12 million. And in 2009, 82 million. So you've been doubling the business every year for the last 5 years.
Yeah, doubling to tripling depending upon the year, and then we're continuing along that same growth path, which gets more and more difficult to double or triple in size as the numbers get larger. But we're fortunate that we're in a sector right now that continues to grow substantially and hasn't really been affected by the downturn in the market.
And the one other piece I wanted to put in there, and then I'm going to turn it over to you to really give us some idea of how you got to from a card table to running a company that's doing probably in this year well over 100 million.
Well over.
Okay. Yes. How we got there, but one other piece is back in March of 2008, you actually, in a very unique situation, sold half of it to a private equity firm, 50%, but yet retained control, which is unheard of.
Yeah, very difficult.
Yeah.
We interviewed probably 15 to 20 different firms, and what we looked at is getting continued cash flow into the company for potential future acquisitions, also to take some chips off the table as well. And so our executive team looked at it very closely and decided, hey, it's the right thing to do. We're very attractive to private equity firms because our cash basis has been fantastic, and our trailing 12 months continues to just grow and grow.
I got to think the folks at Riverside have been very happy.
Well, yes, they've been very happy. They've been a very good partner with us as well, but they will definitely win on the backside as we will. So
take us, and I want to sit back and quiet down, which as you know, because you know me for impossible.
You guys know.
But take us from literally the card table to where you are today. So give us some background. I know you're a doctorate. You have your doctor from Slippery Rock, your master's from Slippery Rock, and you went to also a very good middle linebacker for James Madison back in the day for your undergrad. So take us through.
Sure. Well, I graduated with my undergraduate at James Madison University in 1992 with a degree in exercise physiology, kinesiology. From there, went immediately into a Master's of Physical Therapy program at Slippery Rock University, where I had the fortune to meet with Dr. Jan Richardson, who was the president of the American Physical Therapy Association. And I was actually the last person accepted into the Slippery Rock program because my grade point average was fantastic. I was an academic All-American 1AA level and did very well, but I'm a poor standardized test taker. So I had trouble in the GREs and just couldn't get that score up. I take the test, doesn't hold my attention span. So from there, I was the last one accepted, and Dr. Richardson did the interview, and she never lets me forget that I was the last one accepted. She is now our chief clinical officer at Universal Smart Comp. From there, she went to Duke and took the Duke program from a bachelor's to a doctorate level, was there 12 or 13 years. And I would go down and lecture for her at Duke once a year. And finally, I challenged her to get out of the world of academia and join us in the private sector. And she has, and she's been an absolute blessing. So from my undergraduate then, went into a doctorate program. And at that time, Dr. Richardson, again, took the program from a master's to a doctorate level. And she only took 5 out of 2,000 applicants for that. Okay, all right. So I was very fortunate. In fact, I was one of the 5, so continued another 3 years, finished my doctorate, and from there went to work for a large regional private practice. And then after a couple of years, started in 1998 my own private practice.
Now, one of the interesting things, and I remember talking actually at one of your open houses, talking to your wife, Jill. She was talking about how you really started I guess one of the beginning niches for you was you were climbing down into mine shafts.
Sure.
And working with coal workers down here in the Southwest PA
Right.
and West Virginia area. So talk a little bit about that, because I think that's a really, first of all, I couldn't do it because I'm claustrophobic. But.
Well, you know, that was the genesis of what actually started Universal Smart Comp. When I started my own clinics in 1998 in Waynesburg, Pennsylvania, it was a town where coal and steel rule Western Pennsylvania, and workers' compensation in Pennsylvania is a very profitable venture. And of course, the miners, there's a lot of injuries because the miners are working in work conditions that are limited. The seam of the coal is only so high. The type of equipment that they can fit in there is only so big. So ergonomically, it's not feasible for them to work in a correct position all the time to limit the injuries. So the brainchild was to go down, work with them, and teach them if you can't change the environment, you can change the way in which they do certain things, such as the rest periods and what have you. So it's doing the same type of work that they had to do, attempting to get modification, but modification is very expensive with their equipment. So if we can't change that, then change how they do it, how they take rest breaks, how they actually stretch and strengthen during those types of breaks to keep the body moving.
With that thought, Shannon, we're going to take a break from this segment. We're going to cut out, but check out Shannon at www.universalsmartcomp.com. Once again, the leader in physical medicine, outcomes, and management.